Hello and welcome. The Roth IRA is, in my opinion, a nearly perfect retirement account. Your money grows completely tax-free, and when you take it out in retirement, it's also tax-free. It is an absolutely incredible tool for building wealth. But for many high-income earners, or even for people who just want to supercharge their early retirement plans, there's a big, frustrating wall: income limits. That's right. If you earn too much money, the government literally says you are not allowed to contribute directly to a Roth IRA. But what if I told you there's a perfectly legal, IRS-approved detour around that wall? A financial backdoor that lets you get your money into a Roth IRA, no matter how much you earn. This strategy is called the Backdoor Roth IRA, and when you combine it with another powerful tactic, the Roth Conversion Ladder, it becomes one of the most potent weapons in your arsenal for achieving financial independence and even retiring early. In this video, we're going to walk through both of these concepts step by step. This isn't just theory, this is practical, actionable guidance that you can use. So, let's get ready to open the back door. First, let's talk about the Backdoor Roth IRA. This is the how for high earners. And let us be crystal clear about something right up front. This is not some shady loophole you're going to get in trouble for. It's a strategy that is explicitly allowed under the tax code, based on rules that have been in place for years. So here's the problem it solves. For 2024, if you're a single filer and your modified adjusted gross income, or MAGI, is over $161,000, you cannot contribute a single dollar directly to a Roth IRA. But here's the solution: the Backdoor Roth. It works because of two simple facts. First, there are no income limits whatsoever for contributing to a traditional IRA. Second, there are also no income limits for converting a traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. The Backdoor Roth strategy simply connects these to completely allowed actions. Here is the exact two-step process. Pay close attention. Step 1. You make a non-deductible contribution to a traditional IRA. You open a traditional IRA account if you do and already have one, and you contribute the maximum amount allowed for the year. For 2024, that's $7,000 or $8,000 if you're age 50 or over. Now, this contribution is made with your after-tax dollars. Because your income is too high, you cannot deduct this contribution from your taxes. This is a critical point. You have to track this as a non-deductible basis on IRS Form 8606 when you file your taxes. This form is your proof to the IRS that you've already paid tax on this money. Now for step 2, you convert the traditional IRA to a Roth IRA. Soon after your contribution clears in the account, and many experts suggest waiting just a few days to avoid what is called the step transaction doctrine, you simply instruct your brokerage to convert the entire traditional IRA balance, your $7,000 contribution, over to a Roth IRA. And what's the result? You now have $7,000 sitting in your Roth IRA. And because you already paid taxes on that money back in step 1, it was an after-tax contribution. Remember, the conversion itself is tax-free. That money will now grow completely tax-free forever. You have successfully and legally bypassed the Roth IRA income limits. But this strategy sounds simple, and it is, but there is a massive, potentially deal-breaking caveat. It's a landmine called the pro rata rule. If you ignore this rule, you could end up with an unexpected tax bill and a paperwork nightmare. The pro rata rule is the IRS's way of saying you can't just pick and choose which dollars you convert. You can't just isolate your new, non-deductible contributions for a tax-free conversion. If you have any other pre-tax money in any traditional IRA, SEP IRA, or simple IRA, anywhere, the IRS treats all of your IRAs as one giant, single pot of money. When you do a conversion, the IRS calculates the percentage of your total IRA balance that is pre-tax versus after-tax. You then have to pay income taxes on that same percentage of the money you convert. Let me give you a disaster example to make this clear. Let's say you have an old rollover IRA from a previous job's for 101K, and it has $93,000 of pre-tax money in it. Then, following our steps, you open a brand new traditional IRA and make a $7,000 non-deductible contribution. In this scenario, 93% of your total IRA money is pre-tax. That's the $93,000 divided by the $100,000 total. Now, if you try to convert that new $7,000, the IRS says that 93% of that conversion is taxable. That's $6,510 that you will have to report as ordinary income and pay taxes on. You thought you were making a tax-free move, but you've just triggered a significant tax bill. So what's the fix? How do you avoid this trap? To do a clean, tax-free backdoor Roth, you generally need to have a grand total of $0 in all of your traditional, SEP, and simple IRAs by December 31st of the year you do the conversion. The most common way to clear this obstacle is to roll over any of that existing pre-tax IRA money into your current employer's 401k, assuming your company's plan allows it. This move takes the pre-tax money out of the IRA pot, leaving you with a clean slate to perform the backdoor Roth conversion tax-free. Okay, so now that we've navigated the backdoor Roth for high earners, let's connect this to the ultimate goal for many: early retirement. A Roth IRA has another fantastic rule that we can use to our advantage. You can withdraw your direct contributions, the actual money you put in at any time, for any reason, completely tax-free and penalty-free. But you generally can't touch the earnings on that money until you reach 59 and a half without facing a penalty. This is where the magic really happens. When you convert money from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA, like in a backdoor Roth, or from a traditional 401k, that converted amount is treated as a contribution after a 5-year waiting period. This simple rule is the foundation of the Roth Conversion Ladder, a brilliant strategy for accessing your retirement funds long before age 59 and a half, without that dreaded 10% early withdrawal penalty. Here's how the ladder works for someone planning to retire early. Let's imagine it's year 1 of your early retirement. You have a large traditional 401k or IRA, full of pre-tax money you've saved for years. You decide to convert a portion of it, let's say, 1 year's worth of your living expenses, into a Roth IRA. You will have to pay ordinary income tax on this converted amount now, in the year you do the conversion. This is the cost of setting up the ladder. In year 2 of your retirement, you do it again. You convert another chunk of money from your traditional account to your Roth account to cover your next year's expenses. And again, you pay the income taxes on that amount in year 2. Now here comes the 5-year rule. Each of these annual conversions has its own separate 5-year clock. The money you converted in year 1 becomes accessible, penalty-free, in year 6. The money you converted in year 2 becomes accessible in year 7, and so on. You might be asking, well, how do I live for the first 5 years? That's the funding the gap part. To cover your living expenses for the first 5 years of early retirement, you would use other sources of funds, like a taxable brokerage account cash savings or those direct Roth IRA contributions we talked about earlier that you can pull out anytime. Then, by the time you reach year 6 of retirement, the money from your year 1 conversion is fully seasoned and available to you, both tax-free and penalty-free. Every year after that, another rung of your conversion ladder matures, creating a continuous, predictable, penalty-free income stream from what was originally your locked-up, pre-tax retirement account. So let's do a quick final recap of this powerful one-two punch for your financial future. First, the backdoor Roth. This is the method for high-income earners to fund a Roth IRA. You do it by making a non-deductible traditional IRA contribution and then immediately converting it to a Roth. The key is to always be aware of the pro rata rule and make sure you have no other pre-tax IRA money. Second, the Roth Conversion Ladder. This is the method for early retirees to systematically access their pre-tax retirement funds without penalty. You do this by converting chunks of money to a Roth IRA each year and then waiting 5 years for each conversion to become accessible. These strategies can turn the Roth IRA from a simple retirement account into a sophisticated engine for wealth accumulation and incredibly flexible financial independence. Now, they do require careful planning and impeccable record-keeping, especially with that IRS Form 8606, and it might even be wise to work with a tax professional to make sure you do it right. But for those who take the time to understand and implement them correctly, they offer something truly priceless: complete control over your tax destiny and, more importantly, your time. With these tools, you're not just saving for retirement. You're actively engineering your own financial freedom. Thanks for listening, and I hope this helps you on your financial journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.